Welcome back to Mindful Minerva. Do you ever find yourself speaking up, but feeling like no one really hears you? Or experience moments where your thoughts or ideas seem to go unappreciated? This video aims to explore those subtle signs that suggest you might be regularly ignored. Being disregarded or overlooked can be a tough experience, impacting how we feel about ourselves and the connections we have with others. It's disheartening when our contributions or presence go unnoticed, affecting our confidence and relationships. The goal of this video is to make you aware of why it happens and how it influences our emotions and interactions with others. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Studies in psychology have discovered that being ignored affects our brains in ways similar to experiencing physical pain. Research conducted at the University of Chicago revealed that when we're left out socially, it activates the same parts of our brain that respond to physical injury. This happens because as humans, we naturally crave social connections, and when we face rejection or are ignored, it directly challenges our basic need to feel like we belong somewhere. The feeling of being disregarded or excluded can deeply hurt us emotionally, echoing the sensations of physical pain within our minds. The following things can significantly lead to others ignoring them. If a person stops these behaviors and habits, it can open up a world where others are more likely to engage with them so that they don't feel like they are being left out. A significant factor contributing to being ignored often revolves around the intensity of one's demeanor. When someone displays an abundance of enthusiasm or passion, it might inadvertently overwhelm those around them. Studies in social behavior suggest that exceedingly high levels of intensity in expression or communication can be perceived as overpowering or excessively demanding by others. This intensity might create discomfort or unease, causing individuals to withdraw or distance themselves from such interactions to restore their sense of comfort or personal boundaries. Psychological research highlights that the perception of intensity varies among individuals based on their personal thresholds and comfort levels. What seems enthusiastic and passionate to one person might appear overbearing or excessively energetic to another. Consequently, this divergence in perception can lead to misunderstandings and, inadvertently, prompt others to disengage or limit their interactions. The discomfort arising from intense behavior might stem from the challenge it poses to maintaining social norms and expectations. In certain social settings, there's an unwritten balance of interaction that people adhere to, and overly intense behavior might disrupt this equilibrium. Individuals might withdraw or ignore the intense individual, not out of disdain, but rather to maintain the social harmony they're accustomed to. In essence, while passion and enthusiasm are admirable traits, their expression at exceedingly high levels can inadvertently overwhelm or intimidate others. This perception of intensity can lead to a withdrawal from interactions as individuals strive to create a more comfortable environment. Understanding the balance between expressing passion and respecting others' comfort levels is pivotal in fostering engaging and inclusive interactions. Before we continue, please take a second now to subscribe to the channel, as your support would be greatly appreciated by all of us. With that, let's get right back into the video. The next thing that might lead to being ignored is overthinking. Have you ever caught yourself thinking a lot before saying something in a conversation? This habit of overanalyzing every word might unintentionally make others ignore you. When you're constantly second-guessing what you want to say, it could slow down your responses or cause you to miss opportunities to share your thoughts. This delay or hesitation in joining the conversation might lead others to continue talking without waiting for your input. This habit of scrutinizing every word can create a cycle where you doubt yourself even more. When you're always questioning your words, it can make you hold back from contributing to discussions, leading to feelings of being left out or disregarded. The fear of saying the wrong thing might also make you feel hesitant to speak up, resulting in missed chances to participate actively in conversations. This could inadvertently lead to others not fully including you in discussions, as they may not realize you have something valuable to contribute due to your hesitancy. Overall, while it's good to think before speaking, overthinking every word might cause others to not pay as much attention to your contributions in conversations. Striking a balance between considering your words and confidently expressing your thoughts can help ensure that your input is valued and heard by others. The next thing has to do with negativity. When you often express negativity, it might create a gap between you and others. Research suggests that people generally prefer to be around positive-minded individuals. If you're regularly seen as someone who emphasizes the downside of things, people might consciously, or without realizing it, avoid spending time with you to keep a more upbeat vibe. Consistently projecting negative thoughts or always talking about what's wrong can affect how people feel when they're around you. It might make them feel down or uncomfortable, which could make them choose to be around others who bring a more positive energy. Consequently, this might lead to them not seeking your company as much, unintentionally making you feel ignored or left out. Being around someone who's always negative can affect the mood of a group. People often prefer a cheerful atmosphere, so if someone consistently brings in negativity, others might choose to spend less time with them to maintain a happier environment. So while it's natural to sometimes talk about challenges or problems, focusing solely on the negative aspects might push people away. Balancing discussions with positive perspectives can help in fostering connections and ensuring that others feel more comfortable around you. This leads us to complaining. When someone frequently complains, it can push others away. Sharing frustrations once in a while is normal, but if complaints become a regular thing, it might make people feel distant or uninterested in spending time with you. Constantly expressing dissatisfaction or grievances can affect how people feel when they're around you. It might make them feel drained or unenthusiastic about interacting, because listening to continuous complaints can be tiresome. This could lead them to avoid conversations or interactions, causing you to feel left out or overlooked. Furthermore, when someone is always complaining, it can affect the atmosphere of a group or conversation. People generally prefer positive or constructive discussions, so constant complaints might make them want to distance themselves to avoid feeling disheartened. So while sharing concerns or frustrations is okay at times, if it becomes a routine, it might make others less interested in engaging with you. Balancing complaints with more positive or constructive conversations can help maintain better connections and ensure that others find conversations more enjoyable. Confidence plays a big part in getting noticed by others. When you're not very sure of yourself, it might make it harder for people to pay attention to you. Building up your confidence can make it easier to connect with others and get them to notice you. Having confidence can change how you carry yourself and how you speak. When you're more self-assured, it can make you seem more interesting and engaging to others. This might encourage them to listen to what you have to say and pay more attention to your presence. Lacking confidence might make you hold back or seem less enthusiastic, which could make it harder for people to notice or remember you in a group setting. Building your confidence can help you feel more comfortable expressing yourself, making it easier to stand out and be noticed in conversations or social situations. Working on boosting your confidence can make a big difference in how others perceive you. Feeling more sure of yourself can help you become more engaging and captivating, making it easier for people to pay attention to what you have to say and notice your presence. The last thing has to do with appearing too distant from others' point of view. Have you noticed if others see you as distant or aloof? This perception might come from different things, like how you carry yourself, not showing much emotion, or not engaging a lot in conversations. When people notice this, they might think you're not interested, which could make them not pay much attention to what you have to say. Sometimes, the way we act or our body language can give off a vibe of being distant. even if we don't mean to. For instance, if you don't show much emotion, or if you're quiet in discussions, others might interpret this as you not being interested. This could result in them not considering your thoughts or overlooking your contributions to the conversation. Appearing distant might make it harder for people to connect with you. If you're not showing much interest or engagement, others might not feel as comfortable approaching you or including you in discussions. Being mindful of how you come across to others can make a difference. Showing interest, being more engaged, and expressing yourself more openly can help prevent others from thinking you're distant and increase the likelihood of them acknowledging and valuing your input in conversations. Feeling like nobody notices us can make us feel really lonely. It can affect how we see ourselves and our relationships. But if we can recognize the things that make us feel this way, we can start to make things better. It's important to notice these signs and change how we talk, act, and think so that we don't feel ignored anymore. Making better connections with others means looking at ourselves, listening carefully to what others say, and always trying to do better in how we talk and get along with them. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel, as your support would greatly be appreciated. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.